Already, I think. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to Dracula, a love story, and we're here, and it's a mommy-daughter time. She's here in her little wearable blanket. Hi, because it's almost her bedtime, and I don't want to be up super late recording, so she's gonna join me a little bit for this one. So we're on episode 13, the season finale for season 2. It's just super exciting, and yes, I got the messages. They're like, new episode, please. Light in the darkness. And no, I haven't forgotten about the other stories. Obviously, it's a lot. It's a lot. I got a lot. Okay, I'm sorry. Things will happen. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, we have the new Christmas theme up. Why are you scratching your ear? This little one got her helmet off today. She wore a helmet for like 2 months to correct some like head shaping and stuff like that. Strange. But anyway, chapter 13, Light and Sword. Let me give her a little toy. Here go, here go. Yum yums. Okay. Luke 10:19. I have given you authority to trample on snakes and scorpions to overcome all the power of the enemy. Nothing will harm you. Our time at the border between the worlds. The blanket of the mist proved to be almost impenetrable. It enveloped me from head to toe, the first step made me spring back in fear. Oh, I forgot how fire she looks. Oh my gosh, look at that outfit. Absolutely gorgeous. Just gorgeous. It's deep there. Strong hands caught me from behind, raising me as if I was weightless. They're touching. Don't be afraid. Hold on to me. Oh, I will after 2 seasons. As I found myself in Vlad's embrace, I wrapped my arms around his neck and pressed my face to his cheek. He walked forward, carrying me in his arms, pressing me against himself firmly yet carefully, like something brittle and very valuable. Adorable. I hid on his chest, closed my eyes, and almost lost myself in this incredible sensation for a moment. Is that right? Thank you. I'm in his arms. Even though right now they weren't the handsome aristocratic hands I'd always admired, he's still handsome. Hey. All that mattered to me is that they were Vlad's. I still couldn't believe it really was possible, being in his arms, feeling their warmth, touching his skin with mine. But a biting, anxious thought made me pull back sharply. Vlad, are you sure you're not in pain now? Or am I wrong? He caressed my hair gently and pulled my head back to his chest. I'm not. Oh, Baba. You understood it correctly. I don't feel physical pain in this guise. Soon the mist almost dissipated, and the sound of Vlad's steps changed. He was walking on a firm surface. He put me onto a wooden platform gently, still holding me. Oh, no way. It's a strange. I forgot that he was here. He came with us, right? Or did he go in first? I can't remember. Oh. Noe appeared in the mist, looking at us with utter surprise. But he turned away immediately, trying to hide a Cheshire cat grin that was simply bursting from him. See, he's a good friend, though. He's so good. Here, Baba. Eat your candy. It's not like real candy. She has like this fake candy toy. She's munching on. Oh, simply bursting from him. She's trying to reach my keyboard to smash on it. Are you ready? See, he's a really good friend. Yes, let's go. We walked on together. I gathered my thoughts, and the first of them was about my sister. Noe, how's Millie? Did the relocation work? Yes, just as I thought, her blood loss stopped in the loop of time. Oh, good. Her condition isn't getting worse anymore, and that's all that matters. Mama! Kathy will take care of her. I explained what to do before I came back to you. All right, that's good. But how did you find us here? I sang a little song to the forest critters, like Snow White, and they told me. Adorable. Noe puffed ironically, but immediately added in a serious voice. What happened? Where are we going? And why? Vlad stopped. It was Carnivan. He took Mika away. 1 second. Here, Baba. Want some water? Yeah. There we go. Took Mika away. Noe turned pale and took a step back. Confusion, pain, and anger flickered in his face. How? He used the body of one of the hooded figures. We'll find him. Get him from under the ground. Noah's eyes were burning with black fire and his body was emanating hatred. He took a rush step forward, but Vlad stood in his way. Yes, we need to find him, but it's my duty now, not yours. Well, I have my own. Let me go. Noe screamed it out and tried to pass, but Vlad grabbed his shoulders, stopping him. Noe, stop. Listen to Vlad. Vlad, stop. Let Noe go. Please don't fight. Yeah, I don't want him to rush off in anger. Let's try this one. Oh, bravery. Oh, ooh. I was trying to go more, I thought that was a relationship point. I was trying to go more, what do you call it? Lucky? Yeah, because I forgot that you can balance the points. I'm so serious. And last time someone was like, oh, hey, how come you're like rushing full ahead in bravery and not doing any luck choices? It's because I forgot. It's literally because I forgot you could balance. I'm so sorry. So we're going to go back and try to get a light option. Don't worry. Don't mind me. We didn't get too far, so I just thought that one was a relationship choice, I guess. So I was like, let's side with Vlad, of course. Okay, Noe's here. He was talking about being Snow White. Alright. Then we tell him about Carnivan and he a mad boy. Here we go. Alright, here we go. Please don't fight. Hey. Hey, lady. And she goes back to the water. Why? You're friends. You both only want what's best for each other. My frightened outcry seemed to bring them to their senses a bit. You improve your relationship with both friendos. Oh, it was a relationship choice. But you can improve your relationship with both of them. Hey, okay. I like that one best. Okay, that's a good option then. Noe stopped and Vlad unclasped his hands. I see your motive, Noe, and it saddens me. Lust for revenge is a black hole that cannot be filled. I know what I'm talking about. Oh wow, I think the music is like super loud. And I really don't want it to swallow you. Yeah, the music is like super loud. I'll have to turn that down in post. Don't want it to swallow you. Behind revenge is always the hope of bringing back what you treasured and lost. But nothing can be brought back that way. It's an illusion. If going here to avenge your pain, please stay away. For several moments, Noe was silent. Then he said quietly, without anger in his voice, "You're right. I can't bring back what I lost. But we can avert new losses, and that's why I want to find Carnivan." Carnivan? The Carnivan? Was he the one who killed his parents? Not to have my revenge, but to stop him, because he's a menace for you. What was he about to say there? For his friend now? His best friend? Vlad touched his shoulder again. You have a very clear mind, Noe. You realized very quickly what took me ages. I wouldn't have realized it without you. Look at them being so wholesome. They're really friends, but what is it that Noe wanted to revenge? Vlad, how are we going to look for him? Carnivan's been hiding for centuries and no one could find him all this time. There were larvae above. He let them out, so he's in their lair, in the lower layer under the Sleepy Baron. Or at least that was where he was recently. We'll start looking from there. Let's go. The grotto was bifurcating. Ooh, that was an interesting word. We turned left and faced a blank wall. Is this the wrong way? It's the right one, but Noe felt the stone surface worriedly, pushed it with his hand. The passage is closed. It's Carnivan. They shared a tense look. We'll go through the overpass. It will take us longer, but there's no other way. Yeah. We came back, walked to the right, and soon saw the light of an exit. We need to cross the river and make it to the gates, and we should hide the fact Melody is a living human. You're right. Let's disguise her as one of our kind. I got this. Yeah. Alright. I'll go look for a sturdy boat for us. Vlad stepped outside and Noe looked at me with a smirk. He was already as carefree as per usual, or at least seemed that way. Okay. She yelling at me. She yelling. Okay, let's dress you up as a demon now. Oh, what did you do? She up here knocking stuff over. A demon? Did you want to be an angel? Sorry, we don't have those. Why are you keep knocking this bottle over? She's such a mess. What are you doing? Huh? Crazy. Meow. Don't give me that look. Here. Numb on your candy. There you go. Let's see. But we can make you into a lovely imp. Hell no. Hi. He laughed. Alright, the Dark Ladies dress up according to their status in class. I want to offer you something for the peasantry. Let's move on to high society right away. While you're in the dark world, a change of wardrobe is unavailable. Makes sense. Marchioness. That's hot. A duchess. Oh, I like that color on her. You choking, Bubba? You okay? Yeah. You okay? And a countess. Ooh. Also very nice. I love this color on her, so we're gonna vibe with that. Oh, gorgeous. Your hair must be apt to your outfit. Ooh, Marchioness hair. Quite like it. Very Daenerys Targaryen. Duchess. Hey. Why are you trying to yank my hair out? She's so mean. Or a count. Oh, she bad though with that. Hold on. Let's be all Daenerys-y. Trying to find something to chew on. That's right, Baba. Your face still gives you away, but some decor will help. Our girls love it. Who are these girls? So we have a silver little tiara thing, a gold one, or Flora. Ooh, I'm gonna be honest, I kind of like the Flora. The gold accents go with my dress. But I do kind of like the Flora. Don't hit yourself in the face. Okay. I mean, but the silver kind of goes with the blue, but I don't want to clash the silver with the gold. All right. I'll go this one. Think you know I can see myself, but I can't see myself, but I'm sure I look beautiful. You do. Gorgeous. He grumbled. Of course you are. It's a difficult task to make you ugly. Compliment. Very nice. But we're totally about making an imp out of you next time. Hi. Hello. I'll think about it. We both smiled. You weren't that much surprised that I could pass to the border between the worlds. Illusionists are rarely surprised. They know that every trick can be explained. So, what's the explanation here? Ow! He shook his head with a smirk. Actually, you owe me a new analyzer. What? Because of you, my old one blew to smithereens. I was studying your data on it and found a very distinctive energy. My machine simply couldn't take it. Huh. Back then, I assumed it was a light of very high frequency, and now I made sure of it. Only those who carry the supreme light can walk into any world without obstacle. Supreme light. I still don't get how I influence the darkness. I'm seemingly dangerous to it. Hold on. We need a break. She needs foodies. Alright, we're back with snacks. Okay. So, still don't get how I influence the darkness. I'm seemingly dangerous to it. But the remaining imps and evil spirits attacked me on multiple occasions. Mika wasn't afraid of me. And you were hugging me calmly. Spirits like Mika have human souls, not the dark ones, just like you. So you're not dangerous to them, but they might be dangerous to you. But the true dark ones depends on how much darkness there's in them. We don't consist only of it. Various energies are mixed in us. So anyway, the more darkness there is in a dark creature, the more dangerous to it you are. You can't harm demons like me that strike a balance. On the bright side, they can't harm you either. What about Vlad? So there's more darkness in him? Why you gotta turn this way, huh? If my touch literally burns him. It's a very strange story with him. His darkness is very strong, but he had managed to balance it out somehow, at least until recently. So he's not supposed to have any special reaction to you. However, when I studied your energies, it turned out they were polar opposite. Specifically, your light and specifically his darkness are as incompatible as they both get. It's like they were matched this way on purpose. So you're as destructive to him, literally, as to nobody else. However, we digress. Let's go. What are you doing with your leg, Mama? We walked out and found ourselves in a small pier in the middle of a sleepy river. Several run-down boats were floating next to it. Vlad was standing there. We're ready. Oh, and so are you. Oh, yes. Yes. Let's see if I can get this. Yeah. Nope, I didn't get it. Oh, I got it. Whoops. I didn't see it. Oh, this is his best look. Absolutely. Vlad didn't answer him. He was unable to take his eyes off me. Oh, we gotta get this smile, guys. We gotta get this smile. I don't think he smiled at all last time when he was like this. Noland leaned on my shoulder. I thought he wasn't attracted to demon ladies at all. But I guess it wasn't about the gowns. It was about the wrong models. Vlad pointed to one of the boats. This one is the firmest. We got into it. The boat took off and slid across the river through the bluish mist. Where are you going? You're going to fall off my lap, lady pants. Soon we saw the bank. Hello? People were crowding on the bare stone land. Look away, Alice. They looked frighteningly and pathetic at the same time, in torn clothes, all skin and bones. Some of them had terrible wounds or lacked limbs. I recoiled to the edge of the boat, scared. Who are they? Noah waved his hands indifferently. Just the dead ones. See, this is her foot. She's sticking up. The ones who didn't get anywhere. What do you mean? We're in the overpass zone now. It's between worlds. All the souls get here. Then they must go into the dividing gates. That's where their fate is decided. Vlad pointed at the bank, and through the mist, I saw tall gates with golden light streaming out of them. But if the soul is not in peace, it's incapable of seeing these gates, so it stays here. What about us? Will we go through them as well? No, this department has nothing to do with the dark world. Our entrances are just next to each other. We need to go through the other gates. Oh. What's next? I looked closer and barely made out the other set of gates in the mid. Can you... Excuse me. Let me turn my phone on. Do not disturb. I am recording. Only be disturbed by a tiny baby. I looked closer and barely made out the other set of gates in the mist. Oh! There. They were much smaller and inconspicuous. There's another one? Oh, I see one. Bye-bye. The boat berthed and we got out to the bank. Now, the dead people were up close. They were everywhere. Luckily, they were paying us no attention. They were moaning and coughing. Coughing? Yeah, is that how you said that? Many of them were crawling by the river and scooping the water into their palms as if they couldn't quench their thirst. Really? You tootin'? Why are they drinking so much? Their existence is monotonous and agonizing, and this water brings oblivion. If you drink a bit, it takes away the memory of your heaviest moments, purifies one from suffering. But almost no one can drink just a bit. Trying to forget, they keep drinking, forgetting everything forever. The ones who still remember who they are very rare here. Wonderful. Those are troubled. These are the ones who come back to the human world as ghosts or imps. Vlad took the tiny boat to the bank, and Noe held out some object to me. A vial. Ooh. Wonder what we'll use that for? Collect some water. It might come in handy. Okay. I leaned to the river. Bloop. The vial let out the air and filled into the brim under the water, but the wet container started slipping from my hands. Oh no. I held on tighter. Oh no. Oh, you have to be lucky. Oh no, since I was going so gung-ho in bravery, I don't think I have enough. I don't remember how many what's the name points I have. Are you done? Alright. Well, are we lucky, Alice? Nope, you're blowing bubbles at me. Why are you reaching for the bottle? You just had it. Oh no! Well, it would have come in handy had you been properly balancing your points. But I don't have it right now. I'll probably replay. I would have to replay the whole season. Hi! I would have to replay the whole season. That could take a while. So I want to say I would add it in before I post this. You know what? I'll add it in before I post the next one, because I think they posted season 3, episode 1. So before I post that, in the beginning of that one, pulling my hair, I'll post the I'll post the clip of what this does, because yeah. I definitely want to replay season 2 before I have to start season 3, because then you have to replay season 2 and season 3, so you might as well do that then. Okay. But I dropped it anyway. The vial got caught up in the stream immediately, and it disappeared in the dark water. Damn it, I hope Noe conjures a new bottle. I turned to ask him about it, but froze in my tracks. A tall, lanky man in rags was leaning over me, sniffing the air with curiosity. Hi. Hi. You stink. Tell him that you stink. His eyes were different from the others. They were conscious. Oh, he's one of the ones who remembers who he is, maybe. Ah. The dead man smiled an incredibly gross smile and stepped towards me. Huh? The Vlad appeared between us. The dead man stumbled back from his warning growl, but he was still looking at him and at me with interest. Someone grabbed my hand. Come on, we need to leave now. This is one of those who remember, and he might be not the only one. Your look will trick them only for a short time. If we linger here, they'll feel the fresh blood. Oh, ooh. We hurried to the gates. Vlad was walking in the front, and Noe was covering me from behind. We had to make our way through the crowd of clamoring dead ones. Oh boy. Even though they were just several hundred feet from the gates, fear made the way seem endless to me. Mama. But they were there. The light gates were huge up close, and their shine was almost blinding. But the restless souls wandering around simply didn't notice them. Here, away from the water, they were even more tormented, and way angrier, pushing each other, arguing. Despite my fear, I felt bad for them. Is there any way to help them? To lead the way? No one can interfere. If the lady of Abode finds out, she'll be furious. The lady? Who's that? The one who greets the souls beyond the gates. The dark gates were tightly closed with multiple complex bars. Noe took to opening them hurriedly. Vlad stood in front of us, covering me with his back and holding the sword ready. Noe, why can't you open them with magic? Nova passes very unstable energies. Magic yields unpredictable results. If it wasn't for that, trust me, we wouldn't bother with taking the boat and walking. We'd just relocate. Suddenly, in the crowd, I saw the lanky man who was by the river. He was heading to us. I let out a frightened shriek and stepped back, but the dead man fell on his knees to Vlad's feet and moaned in a raspy voice. What did you just say? The dead man spoke in Romanian, deliberately, pitifully, almost sniveling. Noe whispered to me. It must be one of Vlad's former subjects. He recognized him and decided to complain. So he's from Romania? How did he end up here? Your geography doesn't matter here. But there are many entrances, but they all lead here. The overpass is the same for everyone. Noah returned to the bars. Vlad was answering something to the whining dead man, and my attention got attracted by something unusual in the crowd in front of the shining gates. It was a tiny candlelight. It was setting against the bleak background drastically, and so was the man carrying it. Angry and contorted faces were everywhere around, but this man was smiling. Mihai! What the what? Mihai, Sandra's father. There was only a small candle stub in his hands, but I recognized the candle I left on Memorial Lane in Lastville. Oh! Through its flame, the man was looking at the gate, seeing them and walking directly to them. Oh my goodness. Because we helped them remember through the memorial thing. That's so nice. She has a cookie. It's not actually a cookie, it's like a teaser cracker. Anyway, through its flame, the man was, walking directly to them. Fire actually helps the lost souls find the way. Forgetting everything, I stepped towards him. Mr. Mihai? He didn't turn to my voice, clearly not recognizing me, and continued walking. That's when some dead man pushed him rudely. Oh. Mihai lost his footing and almost fell. The candle fell from his hands and rolled to my feet. The man looked around perplexed, his face contorted with fear and pain. Even though the gates were right in front of him and there were several steps towards them, he couldn't see them anymore. He fell to the ground, narrowing his eyes like a blind man, thrashed around looking for the candle in the dust. I picked the candle end up, it was still burning. What do I do? I can return the candle and save a human soul, or don't interfere like Noe said and leave him to suffer here forever. I looked back at Vlad and Noe. They didn't see that I had stepped away. Noe had already opened the last bar, pushing the door into the dark world. The lanky dead man was clinging to Vlad, squalling loudly and bursting with tears. I had a single moment to decide, and I decided to... I gotta try. I can't. I simply can't leave him without help. Really, the other one is Luck. Well, now I know. Okay. Next time I go. Well, I don't know. I simply can't leave him without help. Oh, Jax. Okay, it's both. How do I live with this thought? I took a step towards Mihai and crouched next to him. I took his hand and put the candle in it. His face seemed to light up. The man got up and took several remaining steps towards the gates. He crossed the shining border and turned around. Standing inside, he said, "Hey, remember me? He's talking about Sandra." Mihai extinguished the candle and offered it to me. I guessed by his tone. He suggests I take it with me. It might be useful. Ah. Okay, we didn't get the water, but we at least have a candle. I looked at it and hesitated. You only get the candle for bravery. Okay, so you need 44 of each. I think that's possible. I think that's possible. You have cookie all over your face. Oh, yeah, I should. It's a gift with the best intentions, and I'll accept it gladly. Thank you. I took the candle in and hid it in my pocket. As you took the candle, it'll come in handy. I nodded gratefully again and took a step back. I need to hurry and get away before someone noticed I interfered. Melody, what did you leave? Sorry. Vlad was hurrying towards me while Noah was waving at the gates. Hurry up. The lanky dead man threw himself to Vlad's feet again. Vlad pushed him away, but at that moment the ground under my feet shook. One of the statues adorning the entrance to the light gates moved. Bloody red light streamed from her eyes. Oh. Before I recollected myself, she grabbed my shoulders and pushed me. The ground under my feet opened and I felt I was falling into an abyss. At the last moment, I saw my friends' faces. Melody. Whoa. That's a look. Oh, rocket arrows. It's hard to do with one hand. Sometime my consciousness went black. When I came to, I found myself in a big empty chamber. I was sitting on a stone statue shaped as a chair, and her hands were holding me tightly. Right in front of me, there was a wall with a huge bas relief depicting a woman with two faces. One of them was beautiful and young, the other was a skull with half-decomposed flesh. Suddenly, the bas relief moved. You done with your cookie? Yeah, let me take that. Oh, put this bit over here. Here. You can have the other half. There we go. Good, Papa. The scary skull face spoke in a deafening hoarse whisper. You interfered. You broke the taboo. Each cell of my body filled with terror, but I collected my will and bowed. Please forgive me, Lady of Abode, for this inexcusable impertinence. The face froze in astonishment. You're not a demon. You're a living person. But you know who I am, and you managed to cross the border. The skull contorted in a grimace and became even more frightening. Do you know that the ones who get here never come back? Well, I mean, still have to try. I'm not gonna leave Mika to that asshole. Sorry, cover your ears, baby. Yes, my lady. I was getting more and more icy with fear, but suddenly the young face spoke in a tender, melancholy voice. Though once I let go a living girl and her beloved. The couple with the boat! What the ceremony is about! Finish the cookie that's already in your mouth. Here, I'll help. They came to save their city, Lastville. Their love was so pure and beautiful, they needed to live. Her words gave me hope. She might free me as well if I ask her right. Ooh. I took a deep breath and said, please let me go. I can see you're kind. In the name of love, I'm from Lastville too. In the name of love. Vlad's face appeared in my memory, his despair when I fell down in front of him, my heart crushed with pain. Also came for the man I treasure the most. He's been waiting for me for a very long time, and now, because of my inconsideration, he might lose me again. Today, I managed to touch him without hurting him for the first time. This wasn't enough for me or him. I must hug him again so many times. We must smile at each other, wake up together, say good morning to each other so many times. Please, I must return, to be next to him, to love him. The stone shackles of hands holding me suddenly opened and lay on both sides of me. Come to me. I got up and approached the lady, trying to hide the shakiness in my legs. Two sets of eyes gave me piercing stares. It takes courage and an open heart to love. I can see you have it in you. And I also see a very peculiar light. So far, it's like a kernel. There's already great power in a kernel. But it needs helpers to grow and yield fruit, water, warmth. Your light also needs helpers, but of a different kind. You can find them through lessons. The first lesson is mercy. You passed it successfully, and this helper is with you now. The second lesson and the second helper, courage, await you. Courage? Me? Yes, you took the first step towards it, saving a lost soul, even under the threat of meeting me. Oh, the next step will be more difficult, so remember. Light is not blind, humble forgiveness. Mercy is good where there are at least grains of kindness. But when pure evil stands in the way of light, light must pick up the sword and stop it. Exhibit courage. The one who lets evil walk on becomes an involuntary ally. There will be other lessons, but later. Thanks to your choices, you got important advice. Oh! And now you have to hurry. Goodbye. I never finished the sentence. My vision went dark, everything around me shook again. Hey! She let us go! And she gave us advice. So she's nice. Oh, she just likes love and stuff. She's a good cookie. She's such a good egg. I like her. I love her. And several moments later, I was standing in front of the dark gates next to Vlad and Noe. Seemed that only several seconds passed for them. Noah was still standing by the open passage to the dark world, and Vlad was still reaching for me. Melody, you're alive. The lady let her go. I rushed to them, and all three of us practically flew into the dark gates. Noe shut them. I heard his voice in the darkness. I'll set it towards the sleepy baron. Hold on tight. Are you going to eat this cookie, or are you just going to have it in your hand? You done with it? You got a cookie all over your face. Okay. All right. All right. Baby is bathed and in bed. We're going to keep a little cheeky eye on her, make sure she goes off to sleep. Oh, I'll set it towards the sleepy baron. Hold on tight. 2 sets of arms hugged me from either side. All right, let's go. Wow, we're in a Vlad Noe sandwich. That's very nice. We ended up on a small island. What? Why is it loading? That's not the end of the episode. Okay. I was like, what happened? Right in front of us, there was another island, vast this time, connected to ours with narrow passages. All of this was just hovering in the dark, empty space. Where are we? Noe pointed at the grim fortress in the top part of the island. The Sleepy Baron, imprisonment for the most dangerous criminals of the Dark World. But we need to go down there. There are larvae contained in the dungeons. I saw a massive door at the base of the island among the roots. But it's locked, and imprisoned locks can't be opened by normal magic or force. We wouldn't apply those anyway, not to mention that attacking the prison is a serious crime. There's also a chance that we might harm the base of the island, crushing its top and releasing the ones contained there. What do we do? We simply open the door. I'll take the keys from the Sleepy Baron's doorkeeper. Wait for me, here. Vlad walked towards the fortress hurriedly. Noe whistled in surprise, looking at his friend. Simply taking the key. Even royal status is not enough for that, but I guess they could actually entrust the key to Vlad. What kind of criminals are there in this prison? The ones who were sentenced to death but weren't executed for various reasons. In the Sleepy Hollow, they take most of their energy containing the bare minimum, so they don't die but are absolutely helpless. Though anyone would prefer death to existing like this. In a vegetative state, when you see and understand everything but cannot do anything. Well, that didn't work for Carnivan. Wasn't he here? No, this was where the larvae were. Where was he held? Besides, extraction of energy is terribly painful. I couldn't help but shiver. No, Vlad said Carnivan was supposed to be executed according to the law against the scavengers. However, he escaped the punishment? How did that happen? Noe got noticeably grim. Yes, all members of his gang got what they deserved, but Carnivan disappeared the night before the execution. There was no proof, but I'm sure his father helped him. With influence like that, it wasn't that hard for him to set up his son's escape. Well, who's his father? Is Carnivan's father an important person? As important as it gets. He's one of the 4 supreme additions. The what now? No, explain. Let me show you. It's going to be more clear. A canvas appeared from thin air, hovering in front of us. Sketches started appearing on it. Ooh. That means pictures. Got that one. The Dark World is ruled by the Council, the Pandemonium. It consists of decorators who make all the important decisions. Decoratory. Procurators. And the procurators, the ones who carry these decisions out. The procurators also have voting rights in many matters and pretty high power. But still, they stand one step lower, and they have less power, except for Vlad. Is Vlad a procurator too? Yes. Regional rulers, governors, kings, they're all procurators. Oh. Let me get a little snapshot. The additives stand apart. They're not in the pandemonium and they don't take part in making decisions. But their influence is immense and their tasks are bigger and more fundamental. They keep the main secrets, books, and artifacts of our world. What kind of artifacts? Objects that have rare and immense powers, so immense that if they get into the wrong hands, it could be catastrophic, so they're guarded thoroughly. The artifacts are divided between the additives. Even they have no access to one another's objects. This is why I'm sure Carnivan's father helped him escape. The fact that they couldn't find him for so long means he used a strong defense, and his additive father was in charge of the defense artifacts back then. So the main levers of power are concentrated in these four people's hands. Yes, along with the privilege of absolute knowledge. The system of knowledge of the Dark World is closed and strictly hierarchic. The lower levels know almost nothing about the higher ones. Even the things I told you about how the pandemonium works will never be known to the majority of common demons. And only the additives have the full picture of our world. How do you know all this stuff? Where does he lie in this? Nolan waved his hand, the canvas disappeared. I feel like learning more about Vlad and Noah's parts in this whole system. That's about it. You've mentioned that Vlad was an exception among the procurators. Why? Well, usually natives from the human world get to be Mildars in our world at best. So you're confirming that he was human before. Right. Oh, she's tuckered off. A successful baby time. Oh, whoops, I forgot to log properly. Okay, she had a poop. She had a poop about 30 minutes ago. And we had foodies. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to long press that. Stop. I'm sorry. Don't let me. She ate 7 ounces. And that was about that long ago. Okay, and now she's down for night sleeps. Okay. I have a little app that kind of track all her stuff. You probably can't see it, but anyway, it's fine. Anyway, she is snoozing and cruising. Cool. Pop that up there. Okay. All Mildars in our world at best. You didn't even mention that. Is that below the decoratory? I already forgot. Mildar, like a tax collector? Almost. A soul collector. Human souls, of course. So they actually exist. You bet. It's a thankless, nervous, and dirty job. Our kind is reluctant to do it. But not former humans. For them, it's the only way to rise a bit above the bottom. But Vlad became a king. And a member of the ruling council. You get it now, huh? His power turned out to be one of a kind. It was even stronger than the powers of many decorators. Vlad was offered to become one of them, but he didn't want it. He preferred to do real deeds on his land to sitting in the pandemonium. How did that happen? When did he become the Dark King of the Carpathians? In December 1458, by your time. When was the last date that we were in the past? I can't remember. He got involved with the Dark Ones even earlier, but no one had heard of him until then. Vlad lived among the humans and was one of the many debtors, doing small errands for our kind. And then something happened. That December, the whole dark world shook with news. Some human with great dark power came to us, and the human was very, very angry about something. Probably my death. The decorators pulled their tails between their legs, afraid he'd blow everything to smithereens, and he actually destroyed some stuff. But then his question got settled somehow. They came to an agreement with him. Vlad stopped raging and became the king of the Carpathians. The only human procurator, one of the best, and very respected. Do you know what made him angry and how they settled it? Back then, I was staying away from the politics, the pandemonium's business, and didn't pay much attention to that clamor. But one day, they brought him to me. They tasked me with getting him up to speed, and also with making sure nothing angers him again. No, What place in this hierarchy of yours are you taking? He laughed good-humoredly in a somehow childish manner. I'm just a craftsman. I love my job and I'm good at it. That's enough for me. Just a craftsman who knows exactly how the higher power works. Everything about artifacts and the additive spheres of control. Her face, she's like, yeah, right, bro. And he was, I gotta get to a picture of that face. It's hilarious. And he was also tasked with looking after a dangerous rebel king with a unique, strong power. Uh-huh. Noe coughed and turned away. You learned important information. Oh, he's tricksy. He is tricksy. Yeah, I'm just a craftsman. Lies. The lies. Right then, Vlad came back. We went down to the lower part of the big island to the door, and next to it there was... Hey, Nosferatu! Where's Jade? Nosferatu... Oh, wait. I'm so stupid. Jade is Mika. We're coming to save her. Nosferatu, you're here. That's the last one we need. Noe winced and took a step back. Vlad started opening the door and the cat took to scratching it desperately, and I saw multiple scratches from his claws across the door panel. He's been trying to get inside all this time. He didn't give up. It's open. Vlad pushed a heavy door. The cat rushed inside, heading down the tunnel. We followed him through the ground tunnels, overgrown with roots. Another narrow passage got wide, opening the entrance to a big underground hall. Yeah, we should follow him. I think he might be able to sense her. Oh. Hold up. Hey, this music is good. Yeah. Among the grim black walls loomed an empty throne. In the center there was Mika, laying on a stone platform. Yo! Hey! He's trying to take our girl. Her body was almost translucent, as if it was made of light smoke. It seemed like she'd evaporate and disappear any moment. Vlad rushed forward, threw his sword aside, and touched her shoulders with his hands. Mika. We ran to them. Nosferatu bustled about, poking his little snout into the lifeless face. What's wrong with her? It's bad. Her energy is almost out. Any moment she might... For another moment, Vlad looked at the translucent body of the girl, and suddenly he grabbed Noe's shoulder. Pass my energy to her. Now. Noe staggered back in fright. Vlad, it's a trap. Carnivan is somewhere around, and this is what he wants, to strip you of power. But there's no other way. Can my energy help her? Let's take Mika and get out of here. She's too weak. She won't survive it. Noe. He shook his head vigorously. No, I won't risk you like this. I looked at them in complete dismay. They're both right. What do we do? Use my energy. Maybe it's strong enough. If we're like complete opposites, then I'm just as strong in my light as he is in his darkness. So, therefore, perhaps my energy is just strong enough and then Vlad can use his energies into fighting the monster. But they said I had to have courage. That I had to kill the monster this time. So maybe we give Vlad's energy to Mika and I fight the monster this time. And get justice for Noe. Vlad leaned towards Noe's face, looking into his eyes. If back then you could do the same for your parents, give your energy to them. I know you would. Please, Noe, help me. Set up the passing. Yeah, that kind of confirms that Carnivan was the one who stole his parents' energy. For several seconds, Noe stood fixated. Then, he turned to the girl hastily. Sit next to her, Vlad. Here. Vlad sat next to Mika. Noe started moving his hands by Vlad's chest as if pulling something out of it. Something flickered brightly, and a scintillating flux came out of his chest. Noe caught it and hurried it to Mika's chest. The stream ran on, connecting their bodies. The brittle body started getting some color back slowly. On the contrary, Vlad went pale and leaned onto the platform with his shoulder. A painful spasm ran across his face, but he bore it and looked at me. Oh, they said that pulling out like energy like that is very painful. Yeah, that's why Mika was screaming like that when he was like stealing her energy, and yeah, that's what they do to the prisoners. Pain ran across his face, but he bore it and looked at me. Melody, and now, please. Yes? What can I do? Come back. Please. Another minute and I won't be able to protect you. Noe, give her the portal. Noe got out the chip disc I seen before, but seemed to hesitate not giving it to me. Run away at a moment like this? Never. I can't. I'm sorry. Who are you taking me for? Which one do you think is luck? This one? I know you want to keep me safe, but it might happen that I'll have to keep safe all of you. Vlad twitched at another strong spasm. His face went dark. From his body, thick black tar spread around the floor. It seemed conscious. It was spreading slowly, as if studying and overtaking the space step by step. The cave shook as if by an earthquake. The roof trembled. Stones started falling from the ceiling. What's going on? Vlad's darkness. Now he doesn't have enough strength to hold it back. We didn't think this through. The hall around us shook again. A big crack ran down one of the walls. Melody, watch out. Noe pinned me down, saving me from a big stone that fell next to us. I raised my face, looking at the black tar. If we don't stop it, everything here will collapse. It's time to know if the darkness is really scared of me. I broke free from Noah's hands and ran to Vlad. I clutched to his shoulders tightly, and my chest was pierced with sharp pain. It felt like I was blown apart from inside. I blacked out. No way! Wait, that said 1459. What was the date that said this? Some December? 1458, no? What a way to lead us back to the past. Yo. The door opened. A young man wearing royal clothes stepped into the room lit up by the morning sun. The waiting lady staggered back in fear, letting him pass to the bed where a little girl was asleep. Is she still sleeping? It's almost noon. Oh, this is way after. A year after, I think. Oh my gosh, look at him. Look at him. Please. I'm sorry, Your Majesty. She shook the girl by her shoulder hurriedly. No, don't. Let her. But the girl had already opened her eyes. Her sleep face was puffy and sad. Mika! Oh, look at the little baby. Oh my goodness. Look at her. The man smiled, crouched next to her, and produced a small basket of berries from behind his back. Look what I found. First wild strawberries. The girl smelled as well, raised her hand to the berries, but suddenly dropped it back on the pillow. Eat, it's root to... Quiet. He leaned towards the girl worriedly and tried to lift her, but she closed her eyes wearily, going limp in his hands. Her skin is hot. Call the doctor. Oh, Mika. The vision suddenly stopped. Continue. I want to know what happened. Oh, the darkness is going back for the... I saw the same room lit up by the candlelight, shaking uneasily. The girl was lying on the bed, semi-conscious, crying out from time to time. The man, whose face was dark with worry, was pacing around the room. The waiting lady and doctors were whispering by the door. We need to call a priest to baptize her before it's too late. She won't make it to the morning. I hinted at it already. He won't even listen. He says he's waiting for another doctor. We're all here. What doctor? The door opened and a young man carrying a doctor's bag appeared on the doorstep. Look at him! His cute little ponytail! What's the master? A thunderous voice roared out. Get out, everyone. Doctors and servants dissipated immediately. The king shut the door, staying alone with the doctor. Please do something. The young man walked to the bed and examined the child. I'm afraid I can't. I told you, in this world, if you can't, tell me who can. Vlad, no one can go up against death, but what? Say it. I can see her soul is restless. She wasn't supposed to die like this, and now... So, if you don't want to lose her for good, don't let the priest near her. Her soul will leave the body restless, and we can leave it here, in the castle. The king's eyes lit up with black flames. Are you out of your mind? Dooming her to eternal wandering between the worlds for a whim? The man ran to the exit, hit the door open, and yelled, "Give me a priest. Now." The young man returned to the girl, touched her forehead and neck, and said quietly, "It's too late, Vlad. She's gone." The king ran back and fell to his knees, pressing the motionless body to his chest. "Mika." A wild, inhumane scream echoed over the castle. The vision started fading away. I sensed I was coming to. Oh my gosh. Oh no, he don't want to lose his baby again. No. The first thing I saw was Vlad's face, unbelievably white and yet with a smile. "You're fine. And so is Mika." I looked around. The black tar was gone, and so was the energy stream. Mika looked alive again. She was sitting up and gazing around. "But what happened?" "You said boo to the darkness and it ran away." "Yes." Vlad raised his hand with an effort and touched Mika's shoulder, but she shrank into herself, terrified, and shivered, hugging herself by her shoulders. There was insane fear in her eyes. She didn't seem to recognize us. Oh, poor thing. What's going on with her? As I said, extraction of energy is insanely painful. It restored her strength, but not her feelings. After something like this, many can't recover. She'll recover. Now it turned to me. "Melody, it's time to use the water from the river of oblivion. Do you have it?" I gasped in shock. No, I dropped the vial into the river accidentally. Damn. He approached the girl. "Don't be afraid, it's all okay. Look, it's us, it's your dad. See?" It was like she couldn't hear him. She was looking into one spot, terrified and shaking. Oh no. Poor thing. But suddenly Nosferatu licked her palm, and then again. She looked at him and said timidly, "Purr?" He purred something to her again. She nodded, gathered up, and turned into a cat. The cat shared a look, leaped simultaneously, and disappeared in thin air. Vlad followed them with a sad gaze. Just then his eyes closed and his body slid down and sprawled on the floor. Vlad. No, it was... Wait, what just happened? So, she remembered Nosferatu, she turned into a cat, and she left. But I think we missed out on a very emotional moment of father-daughter time. I'm not happy about this. Oh no, that is awful. I want to restart and do it all over again right now. It'll come take me hours and hours though. I can't do it tonight. Oh, that's so upsetting. That is so upsetting. I'm definitely going to do that before I start season 3. Oh my googie. That's devastating. That is devastating. There's a season 3 episode 1, right? Hold up. Let me look it up. Go to Reddit. Because no. That's awful. That is absolutely awful, crazy pants. Okay, yes. There was a season 3 episode 1. Okay, so before in the beginning of that video, I'm gonna have that scene because that's awful. That's awful. That is awful. You must balance your points. Oh my gosh. No, what's wrong with him? He gave a lot of energy, almost everything that was in him except for the darkness. Strange sliding sounds came from behind our backs. We turned around. Huge larvae were entering the hall one by one. Compared to these, the ones that we faced in the clearing seemed like harmless little animals now. When they noticed us, they moved forward, but a voice stopped them. "Everyone, sit tight and stay away until I tell you to." The larvae crawled across the halls hurriedly and froze there like statues. And who else walked into the cave jauntily like the master of the situation but Carnivan? Even back when he was just a silhouette, he made an ominous impression on me. But when I saw him in the flesh and so up close, I felt waves of a specific suffocating fear. He stopped and looked at Vlad's motionless body condescendingly. Aren't humans awfully stupid? To have the power that's able to keep the entire dark world in fear and don't use it. I thought it was the peak of stupidity, but you surprised me again, Vlad. Consciously exposing yourself for a petty lost soul. His voice reached the highest tones of contempt. Becoming weak voluntarily. Preying on the weak voluntarily. Yeah, you're such a big man. Shut the fuck up, dude. I can't with this. I can't with assholes like him. They don't even make any sense. Talk about who's weak and this and that. It's like, really? The only thing you could do was go find weak little girls to go and, steal power from. Like, I didn't see you trying to suck out Vlad's energy. No, did you? Nah. But okay. You never deserved your power, but it's time. Today it'll go to the one truly deserving it. Yeah, and let's not forget, he hid in the shadows. Even after gaining some strength back, he still hid in the shadows until Vlad was weakened and then came out. Want to talk about weak? You were pathetic. My limbs were shaking, but I gulped the lump in my throat and whispered, "No way. I'll try scaring him off. Can my light protect us? Can you repel him? Let me do this. Okay, it will definitely protect you. Me and Vlad. I'll take care of us. Just be next to him. Don't step away, even for a moment. Keep the darkness in check." Noe got up, visceral hatred flickered in his eyes, but the next moment not a single muscle gave his feelings away. He walked towards Carnivan calmly. Carnivan exploded with rusty laughter. "Oh look, it's Vlad's lackey. The one who kept trailing behind him during my trial. I remember you. And I remember you. Elite society, revelries, overindulgence. And then bam, for the next 6 centuries you live in a hole in the ground along with parasites. Oof, must feel bad." Carnivan twitched his head and roared so loudly the cave's walls shook. "Any other time I destroy you where you stand. But half a step away from my coveted goal, I won't get distracted by you, scum. Just be gone, both of you and the human girl." For the first time he took a look at me, almost disgusted. "And I'll take what I'm entitled to." He took a step towards us, Noe threw his palm forward. A tornado several feet high appeared from the emptiness and moved toward Carnivan. He rolled his eyes and raised his hand lazily. Some sigils lit up on it. The tornado bounced back from him and stopped in one place. Carnivan spoke in a deliberately tired and condescending tone. "You're a second-rate craftsman and despicably juvenile. Do you really think your pathetic tricks can affect me?" He nodded at the sigils on his hands. "See, the blood of an Adadam dynasty flows in my veins, along with their power. Even a tiny part of it is enough to grind you to dust. I guess I'll have to do it since you're so pesky." His eyes glared. "Though, I have a better idea. I've always killed not for energy as such. More than anything, I like to watch my victims suffer, losing their lives piece by piece." The demon closed his eyes and breathed the air in dreamily. "Yeah, my complete authority and their absolute helplessness, pain and fear. I see you got human nonsense from Vlad. Friendship, mutual help. You rushed to protect him. So before I kill you, I want you to watch him die. I feel it's going to be a special kind of suffering. A new exquisite delicacy for me." Carnivan moved his palm and turned the tornado back. The edge of the swirl hit Noe and threw it onto the ground forcefully. And the tornado moved towards me and Vlad, guided by the demon. The tornado was coming closer, howling, catching the stones from the floor on the go and growing bigger. "See, little one, how dangerous toys can be. Your toy is about to help me deal with your friends." I held it up from Tara, but didn't move away. "I can't leave Vlad, I can't." Noe got back up with an effort and raised his hand again, his body shivered with tension and... Shining sigils appeared on Noe's palm and forehead. Obeying the movement of his hand, the tornado stopped several feet from me and turned back. Carnivan was looking at the sigils in utter disbelief. "There's the power of Adadam Perkal's dynasty in you. Do you have any relation to his family?" He's an Adadam's son as well. Wait, so one of his parents was an Adadam and they still got... What? How? What? How'd that happen? added in procols. Procol. No way. Added procol. I wish I didn't. And I'd never use it if it wasn't for it. He glanced at Vlad and me, but immediately turned back and pushed the tornado to Carnivan. The demon stopped to swirl and yelled at the larvae. Why are you standing still, idiots? Get him! Yeah, because now I'm a pathetic coward and I don't want to die because someone actually has equal power to me. So yeah, let me go and get my minions because I can't fight by myself. I'll never get over that. I am not going to get over that. I hate him. I can't take him seriously. The creatures twitched their heads and started crawling off the walls, but a movement of Noe's other hand literally pressed them back in. Carnivan and Noe pushed the tornado towards each other, but their powers were about the same. The whirlwind was moving a bit to one and then to the other side. So the rumors were true. They had a child. Your Adadam Prokol's grandson, his daughter Beetlejuice, and her good-for-nothing husband's son. Okay, so he wasn't the one who killed his parents. Adadam Prokol's grandson, but he somehow hates his grandfather, though. Okay. And his mama is Beetlejuice. I can see it. Well, you know what I mean. And you're the secret witness of their murder who testified against me. So you did kill them. You saw them die with your own eyes. The emotions Noe had been holding at bay broke out. His voice shook and tears glistened in the corners of his eyes. Just tell me, why? Back then, you could attack the imps in our world with impunity. Impunity. I don't know. Why would you make it all so complicated? Find yourselves bodies. Follow my parents to the human world. His outburst touched a raw nerve in Carnivan, and he lashed out with old resentment. Because your mother was supposed to marry me. Why would she marry somebody as pathetic as you? Really? Out of jealousy? Oh, if I can't have her, nobody can. Gag me. It will be a sensible marriage, uniting the powers of two Adadam families and giving me grand opportunities. There was an agreement between our fathers, but silly Beth rebelled against everyone. She chose that daydreamer who studied humans and loved them so much. And then they settled in the human world, and moreover had a child, just like humans do. What a shame. Now I see why your grandfather Procol stripped them of their higher demon status in anger. Seriously? And when I found out about it, I couldn't miss the chance to feast my eyes upon the agony of those who destroyed my plans. And as a bonus, we stayed on the energy of higher demons and get away with it. Formerly, they were no one, lower imps. But still, you had to pay. Not with your life, but with being here for centuries. It's hardly any better. Carnivan shook with malice. You're right. You're so right. When my damn daddy hid me here, he didn't help. No, he inflicted a worse punishment on me. Wretched. Useless existence. Each day is an endless torture. Cry me a river. But it's come to an end. I'm not alone anymore. Now I have someone to share my opinions and plans with. I've got an accomplice. An ally. An ally? Where did you find him? He found me and offered me to take revenge on the one who was the cause of my imprisonment. He said we'd have help from the puny humans I accompanied to the hunt in the human world from time to time. Zarians, as they call themselves. He would communicate with them through me. He was the one who ordered to have the ritual by the river tonight. My ally always comes incognito. He never reveals his face. But I don't care who he is. All that matters is that our goals correspond. We'll stand shoulder to shoulder to have our revenge, and Vlad is just the first on the list. His words echoed in my head. Incognito never reveals his face. The air around Carnivan glimmered and pulsated out of thin air, and his free hand appeared. An unknown object. A thin entwining rays of light were coming out of the object. It was enchanting and attracting attention to itself. What's that? Huh. Some help from my ally. Carnivan smirked, but immediately looked at the object with confusion, clearly having no idea how to use it. It took me an effort to look away from the magical thing. I saw Noe was also looking at it. He knows what it is. He looked bewildered, but I realized clearly. Unlike Carnivan, Noe knows exactly what it is. There was complete and hopeless despair in this knowledge. As if some remaining slim hope left him forever. Oh no! If it's like some sort of artifact, then that mean... It's an addendum that's helping. And if it's any addendum that's helping, and if he recognizes what it is, then he knows that it's his grandfather. Is his grandfather the big bad of the stealth thing? That is so fucked up. That is so fucked. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Carnivan pointed the object at Noe and froze, not knowing what to do next. We didn't have to do anything. Noe's eyes closed. He fell to the ground motionless. What'd you do? The tornado he created swirled around for a moment and vanished. The larvae stuck by the walls came alive and clamored. Noe! I gasped and sprang to my feet. Carnivan turned to me and hissed annoyedly. Ah, right, you. The girl with the twist. He walked towards me in slow, wide steps. I never understood why the ally told the Zarians to take you to the crypt back then. For some reason, I can't touch you. Whatever. Right now, my dream is about to come true. Vlad's legendary dark power is about to be mine. He glanced at Noe's motionless body, and I'll have added in Perkal's kin power for dessert. Very soon, the dark world is about to regret going against me once. I held onto Vlad's body tightly, covering him with myself. You can't take him. I won't let you close. Carnivan winced and waved at a larva. Take the girl away. She's in my way. The creature crawled to me but recoiled, jerking his tentacles back in fear. Come on. Carnivan waved his hand maliciously and the creature seemed to be struck by electrical current. It twisted in pain and approached me, unable to fight his will. Oh no. The larva was shutting all his eyes in terror as it wrapped a tentacle around my leg and another around my arm. I felt sick. My body went limp and heavy. The nasty creature caught me, pried me away from Vlad, and threw me to the side easily. I fell to the floor, unable to move. My powerless hand fell on something dark. As my vision was getting more and more murky, I saw Leo's sword and fell into nothingness. Leo's sword? 1448. Okay, it's almost like 10 years after this. Wait, when is this? I'm not keeping track of these time periods. They're just jumping around in time. Vlad and LAIA. Actually, hold tight 1 second. Okay, order some dinner. Okay, Vlad and LAIA had been standing by the stable's doors for several minutes. They were sharing looks with perfectly happy smiles like little kids. Are you sure he's there? And where else would Aslan be when he's pouting? Well, I forgot how she looked in the past. It's his dress too, actually. Gorgeous. You're right. Okay, let's go. The door creaked, letting them in. Aslan was scrubbing his horse with a very sour expression on his face, but as he saw them, he raised his head and smiled. You could have come earlier to support your friend. But we couldn't, because we were preparing a surprise for our grumbler. Vlad took a deep breath and produced his hand from behind his back, showing the surprise in question to Aslan. It was a sword of intricate, expensive workmanship, adorned with a gem and a lion's head. Refusing to believe his eyes, Aslan accepted it from his friend. How did you manage to get it? Doesn't matter. All that matters is that it's yours now. So his sword, they got it for him. Come on, show us what it can do in your hands. Aslan picked the sword up and showed off several precise movements. Oh, fantastic. May I try as well? Aslan passed the sword to her. LAIA took a swing clumsily, lost her balance, and almost fell. Her friend stepped to her simultaneously and caught her. Oh, another trio moment. Love. From either side, they held a sword handle on top of her palm. Straighten your shoulders. Put your foot back a bit. Now raise it, just like this. With that help, LAIA drew a dainty loop above her head. She gasped upon seeing how powerful and beautiful the move was. Aww. And I love this music. It's so good. For a moment, I felt as if I was a real warrior, brave and fearless. You are brave and fearless. Of course. They were still holding the sword together, raising it. LAIA laughed. It's only because you're standing behind my back and guiding my hand. That's right. You're stronger with us. We're stronger with you. Remember that and carry it in your very heart. If it shall happen that one day we won't be there for you in a difficult moment, just remember this minute. Imagine us standing behind your back and guiding your hand. Our powers, mine, yours, and Aslan's, unite in the single one. And this is why you're invincible. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. My consciousness went back because of a strong quake. I was still lying on the floor. Carnivan was standing in the middle of the hall. A motionless Vlad was lying right in front of him. Noland was lying a bit further away. A dark stream was flowing from Vlad's body to Carnivan's chest. Oh my god, he's killing him. Thick black tar was spreading around the floor and the walls. The cave was shaking. The larvae were running away, shrieking, but the demon wasn't seeing any of it. I shivered, horrified, as I realized what was about to follow. He'll take all of energy from Vlad and then from Noe. He'll destroy them, gaining unimaginable power. The cave will fall down, but I doubt it will harm Carnivan. We'll stay buried here, and he'll break loose along with the sleepy-bearing criminals. Then it hit me. I was the only one who was able to stand in his way right now, and it was very scary to realize it. I'm a normal girl, a fine art restorer, living in my world of canvas and brushes until now. I don't have any special strength like Vlad and Leo, or magic like Noah and Sandra. There's only this light in me, and I don't know much about it. And Carnivan is one of the strongest demons, ruthless, merciless. At some point, fear gripped me in his claws. It made me feel tiny and helpless, but the next moment I saw their faces in my mind. Imagine us standing behind your back, and this is why you're invincible. I got up, picking up the sword and closing my eyes for a moment. Perfectly clearly, I saw Aslan and Vlad standing on both sides of me. Oh! I think I got it. Now, I wasn't alone against the demon. We were together. Come on. Be brave. Oh, let me make sure I got it. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. I walked forward. The black tower was disappearing, retreating under my feet. As I approached Carnivan, I took a swing with the sword, cutting the black stream connecting him to Vlad. The demon twitched and staggered back. I raised the sword again and took a step towards him. Suddenly, I felt his sticky, all-encompassing horror towards me with my skin. The cave continued to shake. Rocks were falling around us, but I kept advancing. The demon was backing away. He lost his footing and fell. I was standing over him with the sword raised, and I was about to make a decision. Can I kill him? I've never heard a fly in my life, and I was always sure everyone deserves a second chance. But right now, I see a creature that doesn't have a shred of light in it for the first time in my life. It's a cluster of malice, poisoning everything around. Can I spare him, or should I destroy him? Kill. She said to remember your freaking courage, and even if she hadn't said that, I'd still kill him. I just can't let this evil walk on. Held the handle tighter and pierced Carnivan's chest with the sword. It entered the flesh surprisingly easily. A wave rose inside me. It ran, shaking my body through my hands, through the sword, right into the demon's body, and suddenly, Carnivan started burning. Whoa! Soul light! Oh! It was a strange bluish flame, not burning me at all, but practically devouring him. Within several moments, there was nothing left of him. You displayed courage twice and reinforced your soul light. I felt exhausted, but I couldn't stop now. The darkness from Vlad's body had covered almost all the cave, and the walls were about to fall. I stumbled to him and fell next to him. I held his body tight and lost connection to reality for a while. When I recovered, the hall was quiet as if nothing had happened. There were no larvae, no malicious demon, no darkness swallowing everything. Only the cracks in the walls and the occasional piles of rocks were a reminder of what happened. Vlad's chest under my hands was rising, but barely noticeably. He was breathing. I turned around and saw Noe, who was trying to get up. Noe, you're alive? He forced himself to smile. Did you tell them all boo again? What a good girl. He sat up. His eyes landed on the unknown object lying on the floor, abandoned by Carnivan. Nora reached out to it. But suddenly the air above the object pulsated. The semi-darkness of the cave tore apart like a shabby cloth, creating a breach. I couldn't help but look inside, but all I saw was darkness. Still, I got a clear impression that someone was looking back at me. The gaze made me shiver and step away. The strange object appeared in the breach, as if vacuumed in. It closed itself and disappeared. When's the candle going to come into play? Oh, that episode was bomb. The amazing. Season 2 finale. Peak. Peak, 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 peak. Just like season 1 finale. Even better than that one. Because, like, we have this, like, LAIA's. She's with it now. She is with it. I will accept her. For a long time, she was pushing my patience. Oh, look how close I was with the luck. Look how close. Yeah, I could have easily gotten it. Okay. So that means I can just restart season. I don't have to do season 1. Because during season 1, I was doing all luck anyway. And then I switched to bravery afterwards. So yeah, I should just be able to just go back and play season 2. Oh no. I shouldn't have finished this episode. I have to replay season 1 now. You can't restart. Wait, hold on. It won't let me out. It won't let me out. What if I close the app? What if I close the app and it doesn't save? I close the app. I don't save it. I open it up on my phone. Hold up. We have to have strats. We have to have strats. I close that one without saving it. Open up on my phone. Okay. Pull up Dracula Love Story. It's the right episode. I know you can't see it that well. Let me try to go. No, it's not gonna go. You can kind of see it there. It's episode 13. Okay, and I hit restart season 2. And I hit that on here. I'm restarting. Hold on, let me make sure it goes through. Okay, you got it. Chapter 1, Sky Plane Plank Girl. Okay, back when she was being stupid and got captured. Okay, now we back out of that. And then we save. Okay, we saved it. Now, that should update it on here. That should update it here. Okay, updated version. We almost had to do season 1 all over again, because if I had pressed continue, it would have been like, okay, season 3, you finished the season. You know what I mean? So if you get stuck like that, that is the strat. That is the strat. Because I'm playing this on my computer, and I have the same what do you call it, profile or whatever on my phone. I did not want to have to redo season 1. Okay, this is already going to be a very long process. So, okay, we saved it. So, but season 2, it really took LAIA there. We got an amazing character development in the way that we didn't get with Heaven's Secret. Like, I feel like I don't remember her name, but she stayed the same like the entire time, and it's like, but LAIA is like, she's finally going places. Like, she's mentally finally getting with it. She's inquisitive. She's actually brave. She's true to herself, and she's really listening to her emotions, and it's guiding her in a very, very nice way, finally. You know what I mean? I feel like she's maturing, emotionally, which is leading her in a really good way. So, and like our friend groups going around, we've expanded our friend group with Noe, which is super, super nice. He has a nice element to the group, and I absolutely love him. And learning about his family stuff and everything like that, it kind of ties in some more pieces. We're filling in all different pieces. We learned a lot of lore this time around, and this was just an amazing. So, I need to replay this season before I play the next episode, which is the season 3 was named because I want to get that scene where we save Mika and we use the water, but we still haven't used the candle, so I assume that comes into play in episode in the season 3 intro, because I think they did something similar with the season 2 stuff. Like one came and played one episode, the next one came and played a different episode. And look how many points we earned this season. Because I was at 60 bravery and 30 something, what's the name? And here I'm like 16 and 22. That's how many points we earned this season. That's crazy. That is crazy. Okay, and we got 1 soul light at the end of that episode. So we had 3 soul light. We're getting soul light slow, but I think now that we're learning about it, what it is, and kind of using it and fighting monsters and stuff now, now that she fully is on board to fight and mentally stay steady enough to do that, then I feel like season 3, we're going to see a whole super nice power from LAIA, and so her and Vlad can be a nice power couple. So nice. Or Noah, if you're doing that way, or Aslan. Still want to know what he can do. So I'm hoping we dive more into Leo's story. Yeah, I think that would be pretty good. So we can figure out what that whole nonsense of with him and the clans and all the stuff like that, what all that's about. So hopefully we delve into that in season 3. But yeah, this was an epic. This was awesome. I love this story. It took me a while to get here, but I love it now. And yeah, it's always been intriguing. And so I'm hooked in. Okay, that's this treat for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and get this edited up and posted. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and share the like button, some love, subscribe to see more content like this in season 3. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.